Hello. Okay, I think I'm back. Hello, the audio is back. All right. So, good evening, good morning, good afternoon to everyone that is tuning in. This is Areopagos Apologetics, and on a beautiful Wednesday, unless you are in the eastern part of the world, when already you are on a somebody is already okay. Let me accept. Hopefully, we're going to have some interesting things to talk about. So you're welcome, Zilalim. I hope I'm right. Or Zilalim. Oh, all right. Yeah, you're welcome. Are you a Christian or a Muslim? Oh, you are not a Christian, but you believe that you're born again. No, it's not possible. You cannot be born again if you are not a Christian. No. I'm just asking if you are a Christian. I'm just asking if you are a Christian. You don't have to belong to a sect, but to be a Christian means you know the meaning of Christian, right? Okay, then you're cool. You don't have to say, oh, I'm this sect or I'm that sect. Jesus didn't create sects. He only came to give his life for everybody. And if you believe that he died for you and that you've been saved, you've been redeemed, you're cool to go. You're cool to go. All right. You're welcome. Yeah, you want to say something? Okay, I am a Christian and a Christian from Nigeria. I believe in Jesus. I was a Muslim before, and now I am a Christian, and I give God the glory for saving me from sin. So that is just myself in summary. Oh, you said it's hard for you? Why? Why? Okay. Okay, so do you know how many churches are in Nigeria? Do you have an idea how many churches are in Nigeria? Which one is the mainland church in Nigeria? Well, okay, I see. There are hundreds of churches in Nigeria. Hundreds, literally hundreds of churches. I am aware of TB Joshua. By now, you know he's late. He's no more alive. Okay, so yeah, his church is still there, and some people are still going there. I do not know why, but some people are still going there. So I don't go to TB Joshua's church. I believe that TB Joshua was a false prophet. He wasn't a preacher of righteousness. He was not a follower of Jesus Christ. I am not trying to bash him. I am ready to open the Bible in case we have anybody that is following, that is going to TB Joshua's church. I'm not here to speak evil of him, but the Bible says that we should beware of false prophets, and that by their fruits you will know them. So that's where I stand. I'm not here to insult TB Joshua, but by their fruits you will know them. That's what the Bible says. He did not bear the fruits of righteousness. He didn't bear the fruits of a true preacher of Jesus. So I don't count him to be a true servant of God. You also mentioned somebody else. Who else did you mention? Okay, you also mentioned Chris Oyakhilome. Chris Oyakhilome is a little bit different from TB Joshua. Though I wouldn't go to his church, I wouldn't go to Chris's church, because I believe that he is not preaching the complete gospel. He's preaching, as you said it, as you mentioned it, he is preaching prosperity gospel, and I don't believe in prosperity gospel. I believe that God can make you prosperous if he chooses to. If certain conditions are met, you could be prosperous, you could be wealthy. But I don't think the gospel of Jesus Christ is meant to make people wealthy. I believe the gospel of Jesus is meant to make people holy, to make people righteous. So that wealth is an additional gift of God. It's not for... God can choose to make everybody wealthy if he wants, but the reality is that not everybody will be wealthy. And therefore, we cannot anchor the gospel of Jesus on wealth. Go and preach the gospel. That's what Jesus said, and let people come out of sin and be saved. So that would be my take on Chris Oyakhilome. I wouldn't want to go beyond that. But I don't go there in a nutshell. I don't attend that church. But that does not mean that everybody that attends that church will ultimately go to hell. There could be some children of God there in that church. That would be my take. What would you... Are you still there? Okay, so I believe you know where I stand now. I stand on the whole Bible. Here is my Bible. I stand on the whole Bible, the complete Bible, the complete message of the gospel. So that's it. Today, I actually want to talk about something that Muslims in particular, as you may know, that in Nigeria, particularly northern Nigeria, there's a very, very tense persecution of Christians. Thousands of people have been murdered. Women and girls raped on a regular basis. Churches burnt. And I live in southern Nigeria, so it's not that as terrible as northern Nigeria, but there's still some persecution in southern Nigeria. It's coming down south gradually. But we do have people, we do have some Muslims who claim that the Bible has been corrupted. So I want to address such thing today. I want them to show up and come and prove that the Bible has been corrupted. So that is what I'm talking about. Do you have anything that you would want to say in particular? Do we have what? Oh, Muslims are the same everywhere. There are people that they are also in Nigeria who claim that Jesus Christ, my Lord and Savior, that he was Prophet Isa. I don't believe that. That is not true. But that's what they say. But they can't prove it. They can't back it up with any proof whatsoever. They just say it. So they are in Nigeria. Those who claim that Jesus was Prophet Isa, they're here. There is somebody in the guest room. Let me check who the person is and see what they have to say. I think it's who? By the way, for those who are watching me, I am live streaming on my laptop after I repaired it. For some time now, it broke down, so I had to shift my live stream to my mobile device. But today, it's been repaired. The laptop is repaired. By the way, I did the repair by myself because I'm a tech person. I had to do the repair by myself, so I'm live streaming on that laptop, and I'm also simultaneously live streaming on YouTube in case anybody wants to check our YouTube channel. Is the same name, Areopagus Apologetics, so you're welcome. The guest is not there. He's not there. EYDA or something like that. Yeah. Wow, that's a very long story. It's a very long story. That was almost 40 years ago. 1989, that is 37 years and a few months ago, when I became a Christian. Somebody is asking to be picked. I'll pick you up. Just send the request again. I'll pick you. But please, I wouldn't want us to disrupt this conversation. The conversation is about Christianity, as you can see, the flow of it, and whether the Bible is corrupted or not. So that will be. So send the request again. I'll pick you. So going back to my story, nearly 40 years ago, when I was in my high school, they call it secondary school in Nigeria. For those in America, and if you are in Britain, they call it grammar school. So I was in my senior high school, and I had been a Muslim from a Muslim home. We tried to do some religion, but all the same, we were living in sin. Yeah, every Muslim, whether they are serious Muslims or not serious, everybody is living in sin. Every Muslim is living in sin, just like any other person. So we did religion, we fasted and did all of that, but we were still running after sin, eating sin, drinking sin, swimming in the pool of sin like any other person. But then in 1987, something started changing. A student, a fellow student, joined my class. He transferred to the town where I was and joined my class. And for the first time in my life, I started observing that he was different. In fact, to me, it was like he was the only different student in the whole school. He wouldn't do things that we did. He wouldn't say things that we said. He wouldn't go to places where we went. It was different. But I didn't understand that he was a Christian. I never understood it. I just thought that he was weird and it was very strange. So once in a blue moon, he would stand and talk to the class and say some things that I did not even understand. I didn't understand. But I just knew that he was always saying some things about, we just say some things I didn't understand. But then after about a year, one classmate joined him. That is how I'm going to put it now. A classmate joined him. I still remember their names vividly. I don't want to mention their names. By the way, that classmate is now in the US. I have his contacts. Once in a blue moon, we do talk. So in 1989, that was about 2-3 years after he joined the school, we were now in senior high school. He joined our school when we were in junior high school. So after about 2-3 years, we were in senior high school and we were still in the same classroom, science students. So, but he was still very different than every other person. But then this other classmate that once joined him also became like him. So they were just two different people in our class at that time. So cut the long story short, he started preaching, started telling us some stories about Jesus, some stories about the Bible, kept on saying all these things. And eventually, my sin drove me to a point where I couldn't bear the load. I couldn't bear the weight of the sin again. So one day, I decided to go to him during break time. I decided to say, hey, friend, I kept on making some trouble, but within me, I knew that I had to settle some things. So I said, would you give me, Nigerians will understand. Nigerians that are old enough to understand will understand what I'm saying. You see, in Nigeria, the currency is Naira. That is the denomination. But then it's broken down to kobo. So 100 kobo makes 1 Naira. So I asked him to give me 50 kobo, which was half a Naira at that time. And he looked at me and said, your problem is greater than 50 kobo. That was the preaching he did that day. There was no preaching the day I became born again. He simply said, your problem is bigger than 50 kobo. And I knew that my problem was indeed bigger than 50 kobo. I was under so much conviction. To cut the whole story short, I became born again that day. After closing, we went to the school hall. The school hall was the floor on top of our building, on top of our classroom. So we went there, and then he and the student that I said joined him earlier on, both of them prayed with me. That was how I became born again, nearly 40 years ago, 37 plus years ago. So that's how I'm going to summarize it. It's been ups and downs. The Christian life is not a straightforward. Nearly 40 years ago. You're welcome, Oluwa Nicholas. Is it Nicholas? You're welcome. Yeah, greetings. So I have a guest who said I should tell the story of my. Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah. Enle. Yeah. So this guest wants me to tell the story of my conversion. No, it's okay. Just be muted for some time. So the Christian life it's not going to be smooth. Everything is not a smooth ride. There will be times you would have challenges, you would have temptations, you would have trials, on and on like that. Sometimes you feel that you've let down the Lord. Sometimes you have actually let him down. But today, thank God, after all these very many years, I can still say, by God's grace, I am a Christian by the grace of the Lord. So that will be my testimony of my salvation. After that, after I became saved, I've tried to witness to some of my family members, my own immediate siblings, my blood brother. One of them became a Christian some years back, and he has gone to be with the Lord. He went to be with the Lord last year. So I'm looking forward to seeing him, because he came to Christ through my influence, so to say. I'm looking forward to, my own biological younger brother. He was my little brother. He's gone to be with the Lord, and looking forward to seeing him. Oh, my guest is gone. What's the problem? So, Oluwa Nicholas, unmute and let's talk a while. Let's see whether your network is fine now. Let me welcome those who are in the live chat. Please like the stream and share it also to some people. I'm back to streaming on my PC. That's why you can see the setup is different from my normal thing. So I want to welcome you, Catholic Prayer Room. Keys up, David Samson, official, Fame 08, Ani Ego, Dollar, Akinlolu, Benjamin. Welcoming people that have joined. I don't know how many of them are still in the live chat. Banwo, Fenet, Moti, Tien, Nguyen, and on and on like that. So what I'll be looking at today is the Bible corrupted? The answer is either yes or no. Is the Bible corrupted? If the Bible is corrupted, let's know why if you're a Muslim. And if the Bible is not corrupted, why aren't you following it? Why aren't you living your life according to the Bible? Is it this Nathaniel? Okay. You're welcome to the stream. Is the Bible corrupted? From a Christian point of view, no, the Bible is not corrupted. It's not. And I hope it's going to generate a very wonderful discussion this evening or this morning or this afternoon, wherever you are joining the stream from. Yemi, you're welcome to the show. Please like the stream and share it with other people. Is the Bible corrupted? You know, for me, it's an interesting thing that a Christian is the one that will be talking about this thing. You understand that? That a Christian is the one that will be happy to talk about the corruption of the Bible. Yeah, you're welcome, Yemi. That should tell you something. That should tell you that Christians are not scared to discuss these matters. Christians are not afraid to get examined. Here is my Bible. Okay? Every time I'm having, all right, Oluwa Nicholas said his service is very bad. Okay. No problem. Maybe you should drop and rejoin and let's see how far it's going to go. Every live stream that I have my Bible near, have it handy. And I can bet everything on the Bible. Nearly everything I can bet it on the Bible. I'm not scared to read it. If you call any passage of the Bible, I'll pull my Bible and read it. Apart from having a physical copy of the Bible, I have this is English. Okay, I have a Yoruba copy here, and I have an old, a worn-out copy of. This is a combination of Yoruba and English. And in my household, my wife has, my children have, all right? So if anybody says anything, I'm ready to pull off my Bible immediately and check. How come that when we, and I want to read, I read it for myself, not to go and preach. I'm not an official pastor. In that capacity, I'm not a pastor that is over a church. So I'm not reading Bible to go and preach. I read Bible because I have to read it. Why? I have to know the word of God. What does God want for me? What is his will for me? What is his will for my family? What is his will for my business? What is his will for my relationships? What is his will for everything that I do, everything that surrounds me? So I read the Bible for myself, not because I want to go and preach. I don't have a church. I don't sit over a church. I'm just a Christian. That's what a Christian is supposed to be. And it's not that I'm reading it every day to come and do live stream. I don't do live stream every day. So it's not, I read the Bible every day because I'm now in the habit. Unless something serious happens or I'm sick or something, I have to wake up every day. Before starting the day's activities, I need to talk to my God. I need to commit the day into his hand. And as I speak to him, I also want him to speak to me. So I read his word. And when I finish reading, I meditate. I think to meditate means to think deeply on what I have read. How does it apply to my life? Is there any lesson that I want to get from the reading of the Bible? I have to absorb it. I have to drink it in. I have to sip in the word of God and then pray. If I see something scary there, somebody has done something, or there's a warning, or there is a correction or something like that, you pray. If you see something bad, you pray that the Lord should help you. You see somebody has fallen, you pray and say, Lord, I don't want to fall. Please help me. Let me not fall into this trap. Because you cannot be overconfident. The Christian life is tortuous and tough. It's not an easy thing to be a Christian. There are so many things you have to reject. There are so many things you have to resist. There are so many associations you have to cut off. There are so many places you can't walk in as a Christian. I can't work in for example, in a tobacco company because I don't believe in smoking. If there are people that are smoking and they say they are Christians, okay, good to them. But I don't believe that a Christian ought to smoke. So, if I don't believe that a Christian ought to smoke, will I work in a tobacco company? I wouldn't. So, I won't even apply for a job in a tobacco company. I don't believe that a Christian should drink beer. So, I'm not going to work in a beer company. On and on like that. There are so many. I don't believe that a Christian should be involved in gambling. So I'm not going to work in NigerBet or work in any other gambling company like that. Any kind of gambling. I don't believe a Christian ought to be involved in that. So I'm not going to work there. So what I'm saying is that the word of God dictates even what you wear is dictated by the word of God. You can't wear just about anything. I'm not going to come here and do a live stream and just have an underwear, okay, like a singlet, something like that, or be completely not wear any top at all, just wear a short or something like that. I'm not going to do that. And many, 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 many other things that a Christian is not going to be involved in. I'm not going to work in pornography company. But your strength, your own personal strength is not sufficient for any of these things. So on a daily basis, you've got to pray that the Lord will help you, that he will give you grace, that he will give you the strength to keep on following him, keep on being firm, being strong, to overcome temptations and trials on a daily basis. That is why you need to pray and you need to read the word of God. It's not because you want to go and preach. But then it's surprising that somebody claims to belong to another religion, Islam in particular, and they don't have their Quran. They never have their Quran. Not a physical copy, not apart from the physical copies of the Bible in my household, virtually everybody has a soft copy. You have at least an app on your phone that is a Bible app. You understand that? So we have all these things. Why? So that I can check the word of God. If anybody has a pushback, somebody says, oh, no, the Bible is not this, the Bible is not that. Okay, I want to check whether it is true or not. How come that when Muslims come up online, they hardly have their Quran? Hardly. They hardly have their Quran. And yet, they're the ones that will brag, oh, I have memorized the whole of the Quran. I've memorized the whole of the Quran. Or they will say, there are millions of Muslims that have memorized the Quran. But you quote something in the Quran, they'll be asking you, which ayah is that? Which ayah? I thought you said you have memorized it. I thought you said you have memorized the whole of the Quran. Why are you asking which ayah is that? Which chapter is that? Okay, so on top of the fact that they don't know what you are talking about, they don't know which ayah you're talking about, they don't know which surah you're talking about, they don't even know what you're saying is in their Quran. But the moment you show them that it's there, they want to start explaining. How do you explain something that you don't know? Something you have never read. You have never heard about it. How? Just tell me how. How are you going to explain it if you've never heard it in your life? On top of that, you ask them to read it. No, they will not read it. In a live stream like this, the Muslim will be asking you to read the Quran for him. They never read it. They never read it. Whether they are in their home or in their office or wherever, every time they come online, there is only one thing we hear from them. I'm not where a Quran is. They are never where the Quran is. Never. They are never. I mean, more than 90% of Muslims, they are never near the Quran. Not once in their lifetime. And then if you pull it up and ask them to read, they will still want you to read it for them. They say, yeah, you read it, you read it. What kind of a religion is that? What kind of a religion is this that doesn't care for the text of the religion? So everything is built in the air. Everything is hanging. Their knowledge, their splendor, everything. They have this notion. They have this appearance that they know, and they insult everybody and call you are ignorant. You don't know the Quran. You don't know Islam. But ask them to read. No, they can't read. I'm not talking of Arabic. I'm talking of just normal translation. They cannot read it. You have to read it for them. You have to read it for them. Just a moment, I want to do something. So that is the issue. So people should not be surprised that I'm a Christian, and I'm coming up and saying, let's talk. If you believe the Bible is corrupted, just like Muslims allege, then let's talk. Is the Bible corrupted? Let's talk about it. Is the Bible actually corrupted? So we're on the internet where everybody is hearing now. I want a Muslim to just come up and put me in my place. Put me in my place. Come and prove that the Bible is corrupted. That's exactly what I want. Is the Bible corrupted or not? So if the Bible is corrupted, come, let's talk about it. If the Bible is not corrupted, let's know. Where do you stand? So I want to check whether the YouTube is still on. While we wait for our guests, I want to say that this channel, Areopagus Apologetics, we're actually trying to, I'll pull this thing away for a while since there is nobody. So we are trying to restructure Areopagus Apologetics in that I do not want to give so much, I don't want to put all of our eggs in one basket. TikTok is a pretty much messed up platform. And I'm saying this not in secret. In case TikTok engineers are listening, well, I want to appreciate that you have built something at least for people to interact. But TikTok is not the best of platforms. In terms of features, it's not the best of platforms. And in terms of policies, guidelines, and all of that, it's not the best. TikTok actually tries to gag people, try to limit your freedom of expression. So I am trying to diversify. I was on YouTube long before I ever came to TikTok. So, and I've neglected the YouTube channel for a very long time because I thought that this is the place where, on TikTok, where most Nigerians come. And so I've pursued people here. I've not come to TikTok for any other reason. I've not come to TikTok for money. I have not made a dime. I've not made a penny from TikTok. TikTok is not feeding me. I'm not getting anything on TikTok. But I've noticed that TikTok is very, very rough and toxic. It's a toxic platform. You have a lot of crazy things going on here. Because of that, I want to gradually build other channels so that in case anything happens on TikTok, I can easily switch over. So if you're following us on TikTok, I would urge you to do the same thing on YouTube. It is the same name. Just look for Areopagus Apologetics and you're going to get it there. For example, if I put a link as the host, if I put a link here now, it's a struggle. TikTok will make it very difficult, even for the host to put a link during the live stream. Whereas on TikTok, you are very, very free. Did I say TikTok? On YouTube, you're very, very free to put links as the host. Sometimes you want to pin a link in the comment section. It's a breeze on YouTube, but on TikTok, very, very difficult. So TikTok makes life difficult. I know that a lot of people find it easy to just do things, post things. It has the minimum barrier for entrance. TikTok has a very low entrance barrier. And that is why a lot of millions of youths are there who don't even know what they're doing. They don't know what they're doing. They're just there to shout. They're just there to, they're not really, they don't have any orientation. They don't have any goal. They just want to come there and, whatever. That's what TikTok is all about. Okay? So, and any slight thing, they want to block you for this. They want to remove your comments. So they are actually controlling people's freedom of speech. And I understand why TikTok is doing that. It's a Chinese company, and China is a communist country where people don't have freedom like the rest of the world. So they carry that over, that hangover is on TikTok. Okay? And I know a lot of you wouldn't mind that because we're not a set of people. I'm talking about Nigerians and Africans generally. We're not a set of people that value freedom. We're not. So anything is okay with us. Anything, no matter how limiting that thing is, it's okay. People don't even know that TikTok gags. A lot of people don't know that TikTok limits what you say. I can show you very benign comments, very harmless comments that I've put in live streams, and TikTok will remove it. Or maybe under a video, just say something. They will say, "Oh, it violates our guidelines. It violates our community this," but they will never show you that part of the community guideline that your comment violates. They're just going to say it violates our community guideline. And trust me, I have read through the TikTok community guideline. I've read through. It doesn't make any sense to me because it's so loose. They just put things in general terms. They define protected community like Islam and Muslim is protected, but they don't say it there. They just say some people are protected. That's how TikTok rolls. Because of that, I've decided to gradually move my content away from TikTok. I'll still maintain this TikTok channel, but just move content to other platforms and then encourage people to try other platforms. For example, I have an account on Rumble. I'll very soon I'll start live streaming on Rumble also and put videos on Rumble. Have a YouTube channel. Currently, I'm live streaming on YouTube also simultaneously as I'm doing on TikTok. So that's one of the changes, one of the restructuring that we're making on Areopagus, and that is going to affect the way we interact. So I want things to be decent, want things to be well structured, and not just we're just shouting back and forth. Want it to be a real time of engagement. Yeah, sometimes I match energy when somebody comes with kind of energy. Yeah, I like it, but I love us to separate things and exchange ideas. So today, back to the topic, I just went on a tangent and I ranted a little bit on the restructuring of the channel. So sorry about that. Well, am I really sorry? I don't think I am sorry. I think it's a good thing to announce it for everybody to hear. I want to check that all parameters are working fine on YouTube. I want to make sure that everything is fine on YouTube. Okay. Yeah, everything is working fine. So back to the topic today. It's actually about is the Bible corrupted? Is the Bible corrupted? And I'm waiting for people to come up and just prove that the Bible is corrupted. Okay? Just come up and prove that the Bible is corrupted. Do not just stay in the comment section to just type blah 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 blah. No, I don't. That's not the way I roll. And I have somebody already in the comment section. Romeo, he's been a long time friend, if I should say that. I said if I should say that because I know that Islam says to not make friends, for Muslims not to make friends with Jews and Christians. That's what Islam says. That's what is in Quran chapter 5, Surah 5, ayah 51. So I know that for me as a Christian, I can call somebody a friend, even if the person is not a Christian. That's not a problem for me as a Christian, because we are encouraged to love all people, love all men, but not Islam. Not Islam. So, Romeo, if you are not able to send your request on TikTok, I can create a separate. I can give you a link to join this discussion on, apart from TikTok. You understand that? I can give you a link to join that discussion, and I will link you with this TikTok stream. Mind you, it's also on YouTube. We're also live streaming simultaneously on YouTube. So, those who are not, this is exactly what I always want to. Anyway, what I'll do is that I'll just ignore you. I'm talking to Romeo. I'll ignore you. Whatever you put in the comment section, I'll just ignore. Because you are you're a troll. That's who you are. You're just a troll. So, anybody that is in the comment section that wants to tell us, just want to prove to us that the Bible is corrupted, you're welcome to come and do so. But make sure you are you're doing that with your evidence. You're doing exactly that with your evidence. So it's not, you're not just going to say, oh yes, the Bible is corrupted. No, that's not how to do things. That's not how to do things. You're supposed to have concrete evidence, not because your community, your people say so, not because your dawa people say so, not because your imam says it, not because your sheikh says that. You've got to have a concrete evidence. You've got to follow the evidence wherever it leads. That's how to prove something. All right? So if you believe that the Bible is corrupted, why? Why do you think so? That will be the question. Why do you think the Bible is corrupted? Not what you think. I don't care what you think. I'm looking for concrete evidence, proof of the corruption, particularly from your own book or from history. All right? Let's see. So, when we were in secondary school, there are some subjects. I didn't do any of those subjects. But I learned that there were some subjects where they will ask you, do you think this? That is an examination question. Do you think they will put something like that? And if you just say yes, you know you have failed already. You know you have failed. Sometimes maybe a subject like economics, and then they'll give you a question and say, do you think capitalism is better than, blah, 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 blah. Are you just going to say yes? And that is a whole question. You just say yes. And you think you will pass that exam. You're not going to pass it. Because the examiner is not asking you to just say yes. He is setting the question for you to prove. So when an examiner, maybe in economics or something, says, do you think capitalism is better than fixed market economy or something like that? Okay? Are you just going to say yes? If you say yes, then you're stupid. If you just say yes and you think you have answered that question, you're stupid. It means that all that the teacher taught you, you didn't retain anything, and then you will fail. You will fail. Maybe in that kind of question, you might score 1/20. Okay? You might score 1/20. There is nothing like genuine Christian or Muslim there's nothing like genuine Christian or Jew. There is nothing like that. This is let me talk to Romeo. Let me talk to Romeo. Now, I don't believe that you are sincere. I don't believe so. But I could be wrong. I could be wrong since I've never met you. I've never interacted with you. But based on our interaction online, I don't believe you are sincere. Once again, I could be wrong. So, but I'm just judging by two things. I'm judging by your comments, and I'm judging by the fact that you remain a Muslim. Despite all you know about Islam, despite all you know about Muhammad, despite all you know about everything about Islam, despite all you know about Quran and Hadith, all these messed up things, all these terrible, terrible things, for you to know those things and to remain a Muslim tells me that you are never sincere in your life. Never. It is something that is holding you back in Islam. It is not pursuit of truth. It is never pursuit of truth. The thing that is holding you back in Islam could be wealth. Where you are, for example, it might be somebody, a respected Muslim that sponsored you there. And I know Muslims do that a lot. Wealthy Muslims try to keep young Muslims in place. They try to keep them in that religion by lavishing them with money, promising them, I'll give you a job, I'll give you this, I'll give you. That's what normally happens. Don't tell me that's what I think. That's not what I think. That's what happens. Wealthy Muslims use their wealth to hold down Muslims in Islam. I mean, it's everywhere. The testimony is everywhere. So don't. Of course, you've interacted with me for months now, so you know that I'm not just somebody that doesn't know what he's talking about. I came from a Muslim background, and when I became a Christian, I know what I went through, and I've met some other Muslims. Apart from the ones that I knew face to face, I have encountered Muslims online, from Nigeria, from outside Nigeria, from the Middle East. All right. Muslims from Saudi Arabia, Muslims from Iran, they're everywhere, and their testimonies are more credible than you. It's not a matter of money can buy you. What I'm saying is true. Wealthy Muslims do use their money and influence to keep other Muslims in Islam by giving them all kinds of things. All kinds of things. So if you have not been bought, just say, okay, that's for you. That's for you. But you understand what I'm talking about. So you're saying money can't buy you. I understand. Maybe that's you. But I'm giving you reasons why I think you are still in Islam. It's either somebody has put you in that position where you are, and you can't just walk away from Islam without regretting it, without losing some of those favors. Yeah, it happens. Sometimes it is women, these careless women that were born in Christian homes, but they were not Christians by themselves. They will go and marry a Muslim who has set trap for them. Because Islam specifically targets Christian women to marry them in order to depopulate Christianity and increase the number in Islam. It is, look, you can't argue it. You can't argue it. That's what Islam teaches. So there are women like that who are stuck for the rest of their lives. They have married this Alaji, this one, that one, and then the man is giving them all kinds of good things in life: money, clothing, jewelry. Women like jewelry a lot. Jewelry and some other things. Okay? Particularly if she has given birth to 1 or 2 children, the children will then be the hook. You can't. A woman cannot just walk away and leave her child behind. So for the rest of her life, unless she's really, really now convicted and wants to follow Jesus with all of her heart and will not mind whatever it will cost, such a woman is stuck for the rest of her life. Those are the reasons people will hear about the terrible things that Muhammad did and will not bat an eyelid. They won't care. Because walking away from Islam will be too costly for them at that stage of their lives. So, Romeo, that could be your issue. Sometimes it is a man who has married from a wealthy home. You have married a wife from a wealthy home, and the parents or the relatives of your wife, they are, you can't just, I mean, they may be the ones that have sponsored your education, they have done this, they have done that, they have even sponsored you, and you are now living outside of Nigeria, you are living in the US, and you are living a good life. Such a man will find it very difficult to walk away from Islam. Very difficult. Because there are consequences. There are consequences. Your visas could be revoked. Your education could be stopped. Things like that. Those are the things that keep people still in Islam. Or it could be a threat of violence. Because Islam threatens people that leave Islam with death. Muhammad literally says, if a man leaves his religion, he was referring to Islam. He wasn't referring to every religion. He was referring to Islam in particular. If a man leaves Islam, he should be killed. That's what Muhammad said. That's what he said. Therefore, those are the things, those are the factors that could be keeping you, Romeo, keeping you in Islam. Those are the things that I think. And if you believe that, oh, that's not true, then have a discussion with me. We can do it online. If you don't want to do it online, we can do it behind the scene. All right? So you've known enough truth. You've known enough facts about Islam, about the Quran, about the Hadith, about Muhammad. You've known enough about these jihadists. So that's why I'm not taking you seriously. I don't count you to be somebody who is actually serious. I don't. Now, I could be wrong. You are the one to prove me wrong. Not by just typing something in the comment section and say, oh, money can't buy me. I understand. I hear you. That's what you say. Okay? That's what you say. Creativity is fun. You are welcome. I think he's left or something like that. So back to the topic, is the Bible corrupted? Not just saying yes. Come up and let's talk it out. How is the Bible corrupted? How on earth is the Bible corrupted? Romeo, let me walk you through it. You Muslims say that the Bible is corrupted. That's what Muslims say. But that's not what your Quran says. That's not what your prophet said. Okay? The reason Muslims... Oh, this is another troll. Gabriela is another troll. I can read Galatians chapter 3. I can read all those things. But I am not interested in just reading. I want to have a conversation with you. That's what I want to have. I'm not interested in proof text. We call them proof texts. These are texts that you pass around among yourselves, that your Dawa people pass around to you. You pass it around like candy. You never sit down to read the Bible. Never. Or somebody just says, can you read Galatians chapter 3 verse 13? Yeah, what does it say? Talks about Jesus Christ being made a curse for us, or what? That's exactly what it says. And can you read Proverbs this? Can you read this one? Those are proof texts. I want to reason with you. Are you reasonable? I mean, I'm using the word reasonable as in use it to reason with you. Can we reason together? You know what our God says? He says, come, let us reason together. That is in Isaiah chapter 6, I suppose. Is it in chapter 6 or chapter 1? Either, let me confirm. You see, can you see what I'm doing here now? I am quoting something that I've read in the Bible. All right? I'm quoting something that I've read in the Bible. I know where it is. I know that let us reason together is in Isaiah. But I don't have to memorize the whole of the Bible. It is not a requirement to be a Christian. I just need to know that it is there. And when I need it, I check. So let me check what the Bible says. And we will see what your own Quran says in Surah 5, Ayah 101. We're going to see what it says. So, I Isaiah chapter 1. Let me see that. Okay, so it's not there. Let's see if I and if there's somebody that is okay, it's in chapter 1, yeah, verse 18. Hear what the Bible says, chapter 1. Come now and let us reason together. This is our God appealing to his own creatures. This is our God appealing to his creatures, saying, he's not going to force you. He's not going to say, oh, don't go away. He doesn't want you to go away, but he's not going to force you to not go away. If you insist you want to walk away from him, he's going to tell you, well, there are consequences because you are a human being. Oh, I'm going to end this live stream in the next 30 minutes or so. I hope, I don't know, I'm going to end the live stream. So I've been on for about an hour. So maybe in the next 30 minutes, I don't know, or 1 hour. So our God, the Christian God, is going to let you see the consequences of your actions. Not immediately in most cases. He will tell you in the end, this is the choice you're making now. This is where it's going to land you. But he doesn't want you to go there. He told Israel, I set before you life and death. Please choose life that you may live. Choose life that you may not die. If you say no, I want to choose death, okay, good. There will be consequences, but our God, the Christian God, will make you see the consequences. He's not going to send people after you to go and butcher you. No, he won't do that. So it says in Isaiah chapter 1, verse 18, come now, see, I have my physical Bible here. Come now and let us reason together, says Yahweh, says Jehovah. All right? And it says, though your sins be as scarlet. You know, scarlet is a red thing. As red as, something red like this. Though your sins be as scarlet. If you come near and we reason together, this is the Christian God talking, then they will be whiter than snow. They will be as white as wool. That's what our God says in Isaiah chapter 1, verse 18. Notice that I did not have to memorize it. If you can memorize it, good. I've never seen anybody that memorized the whole of the Bible. Some people have memorized the whole of the New Testament. That's cool if you can do that. But make sure you are not doing it to show off. Mind you, your salvation doesn't depend on memorizing the Bible. And you are not a good Christian or a bad Christian based on whether or not you memorize the Bible. No. All that the Bible wants from you, what God wants from you is, let the word of Christ dwell in your heart richly. Let the word of Jesus dwell in your heart richly. Richly. Okay, you know the meaning of richly? Be saturated with the word of God in your heart, not in your head. Even as I'm explaining, Gabriela is still not getting what I'm saying. He's still saying, have you memory Bible? Have you memorized Bible? Even with all the explanation I'm giving, this is what Islam does to you. Islam simply blocks you from reasoning, first of all, from hearing. Gabriela is not hearing anything that I'm saying. I have said you don't have to memorize the whole of the Bible in order to be a Christian or in order to please God. What he wants from you is to keep his word, keep his commandment in your heart, not in your head. There is no single passage of the Bible that says you have to memorize the Bible. None. Am I speaking German? Oh my goodness. To understand what is telling you Revelation. So it is when you memorize that you will understand. Oh my goodness. So look at what Islam has done to this person. Oh my goodness. Yeah. It doesn't even matter. It doesn't matter if the Bible is one book. Okay? It doesn't. See, this is the whole of the Bible. The Old Testament, the New Testament. I'm going to... And listen, my Bible doesn't even have a lot of things at the back. So this doesn't make... That's not the reason it's as big as this. I'm going to open to you and show you where the New Testament begins, and then you see where the Old Testament ends in my Bible. And then after that, I'll say something. Can you see? This is the New Testament. All right? This is the New Testament. You see how small it is compared to... This is the Old. This is the New Testament. It's very small. The Quran is not even up to half of the New Testament. It's not up to half of the New Testament, as small as the New Testament is. The Quran is not up to half. If it's up to half, it's not up to 2/3 of the New Testament. Your whole Quran. So my point is not even whether the Bible is one book or several books. I know it's several books, 66 books. 39 in the Old Testament, 27 in the New Testament. That is not my argument. My argument is that there is not a single verse that tells us that we need to memorize it. That is not a requirement to be a Christian. And that is not a requirement to remain a Christian. And that is not a requirement to please God. You understand that? That is not a requirement to please God. So shut up. Do not bring Islamic nonsense. Do not bring this idea of, oh, we have to memorize. That is your business. Good luck. If you have to memorize the Quran, good luck. They claim that they memorize the Quran, but when you ask them, they don't have an idea of what you are talking about. You just ask something in the Quran, they don't know where it is. They'll be asking you, oh, which ayah is that? I thought you memorized it. You memorized it. Why don't you know the ayah? Why don't you know the surah? If you have memorized the Bible, I mean your Quran. Okay. Gabriela, who I guess is a very ignorant person. The question I'm going to ask you is this. Which Bible does your prophet recommend? Which Bible does your prophet actually talk about? Which Bible version does your God commend? Because he commends the Bible all through. He talks about the Injil, the Gospels. He talks about all kinds of things. So which one does your God, which one does your prophet recommend? Is it the Bible with 72 books or the one with 66 books? Which Bible exactly does your God talk about? Can you answer that question? Can you answer the question? Which of the Bibles does your God talk about? Is it the one with 66 books, or the one with 72 books, or the one with 61 books, according to what you are typing, or the one with 50 books? Which of the Bibles does your God, your Allah, your prophet, which one does he recommend? So I will start reading that one. I will start reading the one that your prophet recommends. If you can just tell me. Gabriela, I'm waiting for you. I don't care whether Muhammad was the last prophet or not. My question is, which one of the Bible versions that you put on the screen, which one did Muhammad recommend? Is it the Bible with 66 books, or the Bible with 72 books, or the Bible with 50 books, according to what you put on the screen? Or the Bible with 71 books? Which one does your God recommend? Which one does Allah recommend? You see, he has Gabriela, from the name, I guess that, by the way, that is the name of a Christian. You can see the deceit. Okay, that's the name of a Christian. But let's forget about that. Which Bible version does your God recommend? Which one does Allah recommend? He's never going to answer. Never. You can't get a Muslim to answer a very simple question. You know why? Because Islam is a cult. Islam is a cult. You can never get cult members to answer basic questions. And I want Christians to understand this. You can't get a cult member to answer basic questions. Within Christianity itself, we have some cults. We have movements that are cult-like. They excel at asking questions, but they are very poor when it comes to answering questions. All cult-like groups, they excel at one thing: asking questions. They don't say what they believe. They cannot say what they believe. Oh, can you see? This is exactly the point that I'm making. Can you answer me? You are just a random fellow. I don't have to answer you. I don't have to answer you. I have invited you countless times for a conversation. You will never come for a conversation. But then you come to my comment section and start saying, can you answer me? You are such, everybody, since you are a human being, I believe that you are relevant to God. But what I mean is that you are just one of the 8 billion people in the world. You are just one person out of 8 billion. Therefore, your opinion is inconsequential. Your opinion is irrelevant. Your question is not important. So all this, answer my question. Do you see how selfish you sound? Do you see how self-conceited? Do you see how self-deluded you are to think that your question is what I have to answer? As if you are important. I've said that before. I'm going to repeat it. Since you are a creature of God, the Bible teaches us to I don't know where to put. Gabriela, type in the comment section whether you are a woman or a man. I know I once asked this question before. Are you a woman or a man? So that I would know whether to use he for you or to use she. So I'll wait for you. Just 1 minute. Put in the comment section if you're a woman or a man. Gabriela, are you a woman or a man? So I want to start using she if you're a woman, or to say he. Okay, I'm going to block you now. If you don't answer that question, I'll block you. You understand that? I don't have time for trolls. If that simple reasoning still beats your imagination, then you are not the kind of person I want to talk to. Okay, you are a she. All right, good. So, okay, you are a she. Good. I've heard. Can you see how friendly I am? I'm not out to bash people. I'm just out to have a conversation at the human level. And when somebody is not showing that they are humans, I don't want to discuss with them. Now you are showing that you are a human. How? Because I said I just want to be able to say he or she for you. Maybe my tick, something. So, but let's continue our discussion. So why you are, I didn't say you are irrelevant. So learn to listen very well. This is a problem with Islam. Islam blocks people's ability to engage. And I'm not saying this lightly. I am dead serious with what I'm saying. Islam blocks people's ability to engage. Look at where I started. I said you are a human being, you are a creature of God, and for that reason, you are relevant, because everybody is relevant in the sight of God. I said that, or did I not? I said that. And yet you are asking why I am irrelevant. I have already said you are relevant, because I'm not going to say a creature of God, a human being, is irrelevant. But I explained the reason I said your question is irrelevant. I explained that. What is it that Muslims are not able to understand? No matter how you explain things, they just won't understand. You are relevant because you are a human being like me. You are not lesser than anybody else. So you are relevant in that sense. But I said there are 8 billion people in the world, and you are just one over 8 billion. Therefore, you cannot come to my live stream and be insisting that I answer your question. You are just a random person. You are just like any other person. In that case, your question is irrelevant. How else do you want me to explain this to you? But I get it. Islam doesn't allow people to actually engage properly. I understand that. Islam doesn't. So, can we talk now? Can we talk? Which of the Bible version that you put in the comment section did your God recommend? Because your God and his Rasul, your Allah, by the way, I ought to have played I Don't Buy Your Allah. That intro is superb. I don't buy your Allah. I'm not sure if you have heard it before. So, which of the Bible versions rather, did Muhammad recommend? Which one? Because I'm talking about the corruption of the Bible. And I want Muslims to come up and prove that the Bible has been corrupted. Gabriela is not able to do that. She's not able to do that. By the way, Gabriela, like the stream, just if you are using your mobile phone, tap the screen to show that you like the stream. And you can also share it, bring other people. You've been a long time friend on my live stream, just like my friend, what is his name? Romeo. Has Romeo gone? Yeah, it's from okay, let me go and look for it. I don't buy your Ella. It's very funny. I don't buy your Ella. I'm going to look for it. Hopefully I will find it. I'll find it quickly. This laptop that I'm using now, it's been on holiday for some time. It's been on holiday for some time, and because of that, some things are still in 6s and 7s on my laptop. They are in 6s and 7s. Things are Romeo is okay. He's just one of the people that you can't pin down. You can't pin him down. And I know what the problem is. You see, every Muslim, while I'm doing that, let me be looking. Every Muslim thinks they know something. Okay? But the knowledge is a deception. The so-called knowledge they think they have is a deception. It's not real knowledge. It's not real knowledge. They think they know because their what do you call it? Their Quran has told them that they are actually important and that they know this. It is that idea they are bringing. But in real knowledge, they don't have anything to offer. But then they have this idea that they are superior because the Quran says that they are the best of creatures ever raised up for mankind. The Quran says that Christians are the worst of creatures. All kinds of things that the that the Quran talks about. So Muslims come with that mindset. They come with that mindset. However, when you put them to the corner, you push them against the wall, it's just in their fantasy, it's just in their brain that they think they know. They can't defend anything. They can't say anything. That's why they will never come up to take, majority of Muslims, they will never take a challenge. Never. Those who do, they embarrass themselves. Those who actually come out to take some challenge, they embarrass themselves. Because they will find out that if you put them on the spot, put them on the hot seat, everything they think they know will evaporate. They don't know anything. It's only a few of them that have gone to do some study, and based on that study, then they come out to come and show that they know this and know that. And even those people, they do embarrass themselves. You have Korah the Temi. You have Orthodox Muslims that they call Orthodox libs, and Muhammad Hijab, Ali Dawa. They think they know, but when they actually come up against a formidable opponent, you see the way they mess up. They mess up big time. This clown, what is it? Sneeko is a big clown. He's been making a fool of himself in the last couple of weeks. So when they are alone, they think they know. But when they come out against a formidable opponent, they will just melt away. That's what Islam does. It gives Muslims this fake confidence that they know. How does it manifest? You see the way they say, you don't know this, you don't know that. They talk about knowledge, but they cannot offer knowledge. They can't. They talk about knowledge a lot. And what do you find in Yoruba among the secret courts in Yoruba land? By secret courts, I mean the Ogboni people and some others, fraternities. You find something that is specific among them, and it is that they call people who don't belong to their group, they call them Ogberi or Okpe, meaning an ignoramus. Every secret cult, whether it is ancient or modern, they always claim some knowledge, and they look down on non-members as ignoramus. That is a characteristic of all secret cults. You can take that. You can actually take that characteristic and use it to detect whether this group or that group is a secret cult. Look at Islam very well. You will notice that there is this idolizing of knowledge. They talk about people of knowledge. They talk about, if you read their books, if you read book like Reliance of the Traveler, which is a Sharia manual for all Islamic empires and Sharia, this and that. Read the Reliance of the Traveler. There is something that will strike you, even from the very introduction. They start talking about knowledge. They start talking about knowledge. In fact, the Reliance of the Traveler says that people of knowledge, they are superior to any other worshipper. Even if those other worshippers are Muslims, they say knowledge, that it is superior to anything. So when you see the way they walk. Look at those sheikhs and imams. You see the air of arrogance around them. You see the pride. You see the ego. Because they think they have learned something that others don't know. And what is it that they have learned? What are they have learned Arabic. And they have learned all these stories of, it has been reported on the authority of Aisha that Ibn Masud told his father that his uncle heard it from his cousin, that his cousin reported it, that he heard it from his grandfather, that his grandfather actually said that Ibn Mujahid told Abu this, and that you have all these stories, then that he had it, that the prophet said. How does that impress anybody? But it impresses them so much that they are literally, when they are walking, they are literally, it's like they are holding their head so that the knowledge doesn't shake off. It's so big, the head swells so much together with the lawani that they put there. And then everybody is so tiny before them. Everybody is so small. They look down on you and call you names and insult you. That is a characteristic of cults. It's a characteristic of cults. Look at the traditional cults in Yoruba land. How they say, Omode lo nse. They call you, even if you are an adult, they say you are a child. Why do they say that? Because they think they have some secret knowledge. And then they call every other person Ogberi. Or they call every other person, Okpe. And they call themselves Awo. What does that mean? Awo simply means somebody in the know. Somebody in the know. You understand that? So that is exactly what you find in Islam. Islam is a secret cult. And I say that with all confidence. If you're a Muslim and you feel offended with that, then let's talk. Islam is a secret cult. By all standards, it's a secret cult. And even those that don't know anything among them, they will come to a live stream like this and say, oh, you are ignorant. You are ignorant. They say you are ignorant, but they cannot actually point at the thing you are getting wrong. You understand that? Oh, you don't know Islam. But they cannot show you what they mean by you don't know Islam. Oh, you don't know the Quran. They can't prove that they also know it. Oh, you are in error. They cannot show you the error, the particular error they are talking about. They cannot. However, they will just paint you with a white brush. Oh, you are mistaken. Oh, you are in error. Oh, you are ignorant. Oh, you don't know this. Oh, you don't know that. But press them. They cannot prove it. They cannot show that, oh, this is what you are missing. You read the Quran for them. You interpret it and say, this is what it means. They say, no, you are actually, you are not reading it correctly. Tell them to come and read it correctly. They cannot. They cannot. And then they will just walk away and say, I cannot talk to somebody who is a... Then they will run away. That is what Christians, I think we should be calling that out regularly now. You guess what? If you're a Muslim and you're coming to my own live stream, you'd better come with your Quran, either physical copy of your Quran, or you come with an app on your phone. Because if you say anything, you've got to read it for me. It's your Quran. You should not be scared to read out your own Quran. How is it that it's a Christian that is going to read to you your own Quran? Don't you have shame? You don't have any sense of shame? It's a Christian that will read to you your Quran? And what a shame. That's a big shame. And yet, it is the same Christian you claim they are ignorant. They don't know anything. We're the ones that will read your Quran to you. We're the ones that will read the Bible to you. We're the ones that will anything. We're the ones that will read everything to you. Oh, I have a comment in my YouTube channel. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. That this is Melsnara. I hope I'm right. Or Melsnana 3273. Thank you so much for stopping by and dropping a comment. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. I would have loved to even show your comment on the screen, but you know what? The setup is not complete yet. My setup is not complete. So, okay. So the setup is not complete. By the time I finish setting up the whole thing, it'll be better than this. So thank you very, very much. I'm speaking to the I don't understand what you said. You said my melody was my grandpuppy. Okay, I don't understand, but I'm actually talking to somebody that is on our YouTube channel. So I'm engaging that person that is on our YouTube channel. Hopefully, let me see if I can actually put that. Let me see if I can put it on the screen. I want to see if I can put it on the screen. I'm not sure, but I'll try. But in any case, even if I'm not able to put it on the screen, I still appreciate you, those who are sending comments and those who are stopping by. I said earlier on that I'm trying to build a Rumble channel. So hopefully, when all things are set. Okay. Love to you from YouTube. So much love to you. Thank you very much for stopping by. So I was talking about the attitude of Muslims. What I'm talking about today, the topic is actually the corruption of the Bible. The corruption. And what an excellent opportunity for Muslims to just come and just kill it. Come around and kill it. You have the opportunity to just kill it. This is what you claim every time. This is what you say every time. You say the Bible is corrupted. And here is a Christian that is giving you a golden opportunity. You're having a golden opportunity. Just come and kill it. All right? Come and kill it. But no, they cannot. They cannot. It's not possible. It's not possible. Because everything they think they know is actually a ruse. It is not true. It is just a make-believe. Because the Quran says it, they don't think they should verify what the Quran says. They take it at face value. And then when they come in contact with a real person, when they come into the real world, they're finding out that what they carry is nonsense. When they come to the real world. Take, for example, if the Quran tells you that you are the best of all creatures, you are the best of humans, the best of people ever raised up for mankind. That's what the Quran says, right? How come that Muslim nations are always playing the second fiddle in anything? They're always playing the second fiddle. How come? How come that they are not winning? How come that they are not on top of the world? How come that it is the Christian nations that are controlling everything? Controlling the economy of the world, controlling the military of the world, controlling the sports of the world, controlling the media of the world, controlling the technology of the world? How come? If the word of Allah is actually true, if the word of Allah is true, how come that Muslim countries are messing up and they're depending upon the West for their own safety? Right now, as we're talking, there is a war going on between US on one hand, US and Israel on one hand, and Iran on the other hand. How come that Iran is not winning? How come that the rest of the Arab world is even against Iran? How come? So if the Quran tells you something, and you find that in reality, in the real world, that thing is not true, shouldn't that give you some sense to think, can this be true? You are the best. How are Muslims the best? Because you are having beard all around. Your beard, your beard is as big as this. That's why you are the best? Or that your trousers are not long enough, not even up to your ankle. That makes you the best? Or that you have a black mark in your forehead as a sign of knocking it on the floor several times. That makes you the best? Or because you are wearing jalabia every time. Even a man, will not be properly dressed. He'll be wearing jalabia everywhere. And then for that reason, you think you're the best of all creatures. Or that your women are covered in black sack. And you think you're the best because you're wearing sack. You are bagged in a black sack. Even under a very scorching sun, you are still there. And your eyes, you're just peeping out like this. That makes you the best of creatures? You think so? You think so? So, what you should do is, if your Quran says something that you are the best of creatures, find out, are you really the best of creatures? In Nigeria, where I am, I'm in southern Nigeria, in a part of southern Nigeria. Every reasonable person knows that when you compare southern Nigeria and you compare it to northern Nigeria, they are light years apart. Light years apart. Even if the northerners have ruled, they have tried to stay in power. But still go and see what the north is. So backward. Why is that so? That is the influence of Islam. That is the influence of Islam. Look at Gaza. Millions and millions of dollars are given to them every year from donors, from humanitarian efforts. Millions and millions of, not naira, please, dollars, American dollars, not a weak dollar, American dollar, US dollar. Millions and millions and millions are given to them in Gaza, in the hands of Hamas. What have they done with it? What? The Bible says that a foolish person, somebody that is not wise, is having money or precious stone or gold. What will he do with it, seeing that he's a foolish man? He doesn't have freedom. He doesn't have wisdom. What will he do with money or with riches? So you're giving money to a suicidal movement, a genocidal movement. You think they're going to use it to develop their city? No. They will use it to fight. They would rather die than live a reasonable life. They would rather die than come to terms with reality that you cannot be fighting everybody in the world. that you should make friends with people in the world and keep to your lane. Stop trying to control others. Stop trying to rule over other people. Don't do it. Mind your business. Face your life. Get married. Raise up kids. Send your kids to school. Let everybody be fine. Live and let live. No, they're not going to learn that lesson. Never. Never will they learn it. Why? Because their religion stipulates that they must dominate others. And it is in dominating others that they find comfort, that they find the truth that Islam is the best religion. If they don't dominate other people, to them Islam is not true. So they must actually prove that Islam is true by dominating other people. And how has it turned for them? How has it panned out for them? It's not been nice at all. Look at Iran. Look at Iran. In the last couple of months, look at the layers of leadership that have been eliminated in Iran. Layers. Not one, not two. Up to 3 or 4 layers of leadership have been removed. Why? Because they're not going to live and let live. They won't. They want to control the world. They're not satisfied with building a nation that is the envy of the world. The billions of dollars that they generate from oil revenue, they use it to sponsor Boko Haram and sponsor Hamas and sponsor Hezbollah and give some to the Houthi rebels in Yemen, and just send terror all over the world. Just send money everywhere. But the citizens of Iran, they're suffering. They're suffering. The same thing in Gaza. The ordinary Gazans, who are not terrorists like others, they're suffering. Look at Nigeria. I just said it now. Do you realize how many leaders and sub-leaders the northern Nigeria has forced on every other part of the country? Do you realize how many? And yet, even though they have been the ones that ruled most, and in any government, take for example, the government of the current president, even in the current presidency, they are the ones that will still be here, be there, be everywhere. But a foolish man has money, has possession, has wealth, has riches. It won't improve his life. Why? Because he's a foolish man. He's a foolish man. There's no inspiration. There's no revelation. Revelation, unlike the revelation of Muhammad. So they cannot think out of the box to develop their environment. Why? Because Islam kills innovation. Islam destroys inspiration. Islam destroys technology. For you to be productive, you've got to sit down and think. It is God, the true God, not the God of Islam, that gives inspiration. The tech companies of the world, look at the big four. If you know what they call the big four: Facebook, Microsoft, Google, and Apple. Those are the companies they call the big four. Let me repeat: Facebook, which is now Meta, Microsoft, Google, and Apple. Where are they? Where are those big 4 tech companies? Where are they? Are they in any Arab country? No. They're not in an Arab country. Why would they be in any Arab country? Look at the tiny Israel. As tiny as Israel is, it is in terms of tech and AI. If it is not number 1 in the world, it will be number 2 in the whole of the world. In fact, you know what? Israel doesn't have oil. They don't have oil. They just export their agricultural products, and their tech. Those are the two things that sustain the economy of Israel. The Arab world that has the majority of the oil wealth of the world, what have they done with that? What exactly have they done with it? Nothing. Nothing. They would rather fight. They would rather wage war. They would rather sponsor terror. They would rather be involved in conflict than live a normal life. Why is that? It's the fruit of Islam. It is the fruit of Islam. So, compare it to Nigeria, and you understand what I'm saying. Why is it that in our cities in southern Nigeria, the majority of the beggars are northerners? Why? Why is that? Majority of the beggars in southern Nigerian streets, they are northerners. Why is that? Think about that. You know why? Because Islam has wrecked them. Islam has destroyed them. Islam has taken away every innovation. There's no production. There's no productivity. It's just sit down and while away your time and just wait for Salah. Is this Salah they call it? I think they call it Salat. Okay, Salat. Just wait for Salat. And when it is time for Salat, then go there and do it. And leave and come back. There cannot be productivity when you have that kind of mindset. So our streets in southern Nigeria, never mind that they are trying to oppress the southerners in the name of Islam, they will still leave that place and come to south and be begging. Make it make sense, ladies and gentlemen. Make it make sense. And I'm not really pushing for racism. I'm not talking about racism. I'm talking about an ideology that destroys the world, that robs people of their reasoning, that takes away people's common sense, takes away peace, takes away wealth, takes away everything. That it uses everything it gets hold of as a tool to just oppress people and rule over you and dominate you. That's what Islam does. So once again, I want to say this. Here is the prompt on the screen. And if you are on YouTube, please, it's there. The question I'm asking is the Bible corrupted? Just as Muslims say. Is the Bible really corrupted? If you think so, then send your request and let's talk about it. Send your request. You see how confident I am as a Christian that I am willing to talk about the corruption of the Bible. I'm willing. Let's talk about it. If you think it's a big issue, let's talk about it. You see that my two friends that came earlier on, they have basically disappeared. They have run away. Because I was asking, one of them said, oh, there are different Bibles. Okay, which Bible do you really know? Which Bible did your Allah recommend? Which Bible did your Allah recommend? That's just the question I'm asking. And she was never able to answer that question. Never. Okay? Never able to answer the question. Which Bible did your Allah actually recommend? Since Allah talks about people of the book, which book was he talking about? Yeah, good evening. I don't know whether this is Belemo. I'm not sure if I understand, but I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing it properly. Pelemore Gabriel, yeah, welcome. Thank you for joining the live stream. I'm asking those who believe the Bible is corrupted to come up and let's talk about it. The corruption of the Bible. Is the Bible actually corrupted? That is what I'm talking about this evening. And I've been here for close to 2 hours. I've never got a Muslim that came up to say, oh, yeah, the Bible is corrupted. No, they cannot. I want to welcome Evangelist Gabriel Bolaji. You're welcome to the show if you're still there. Who else? So tell me, you Muslims, do you think the Bible is corrupted? If you think the Bible is corrupted, let's talk. Let's talk. Come and prove it that the Bible is corrupted. So, but if you cannot prove it, then that would be a shame. That would be a big shame. That would be a big shame. So, let me try to fix my comment section so I can show people the comments. Let's see. Okay, I can see Pelemore Gabriel says the Bible is not corrupted. Thank you very much. However, we're not going to get our... Okay, I think it's connected now. Let me see. Yeah. Okay, I'll try and put your comments on the screen. Hopefully it will be there. Yeah, it's there. Yeah, you're welcome. So this is a comment from TikTok. Let me see if I can pull the comment from YouTube on the screen. Haven't been okay. I'll figure that out. Yeah, thank you very much. He said the Bible is not corrupted. God bless you for that. If you're in the comment section and you think the Bible is corrupted, can you come up and let's engage? You know, isn't it surprising that a Christian is the one that is going to be saying, let's talk about this thing. A Christian is the one saying, let's talk about it. I mean, I should be the one to be avoiding it, right? I should be the one to be avoiding that discussion. So I should be the one to be avoiding this discussion and say, okay, let's avoid it. But as a Christian, I'm the one inviting people. I'm the one saying, let's talk about the corruption of the Bible. Let's talk about the corruption of the Bible. If you think the Bible is corrupted, let's discuss it. And yet, Muslims are running away from it. But when they sit together in their little enclaves, when they sit together, then they want to prove that the Bible is corrupted. But here is a golden opportunity. Come and prove the corruption of the Bible. For crying out loud. You know why they will not come? They know where it will end. They know they're going to bury their religion, bury their Allah, bury their prophet. Okay? Because there is not a shred of evidence. There's not a verse of the Quran that shows that the Bible is corrupted. There is none. It doesn't exist. So you should be asking yourself, if that is the case, where do Muslims get this idea that the Bible is corrupted? Well, it's from their own head. It's from their head. It's never from the Quran. It's from their head. So, I don't know. I don't know where they get it. Is the Bible corrupted? And here is a question. This is what leads to the Islamic dilemma. This is what leads to the Islamic dilemma. You claim that the Bible is corrupted, but your book says no. In fact, you know what? Let me look for this. There is a music composed by apostate prophets. Will I be able to find out this music? I would love to play it. Let me see if I can play this music by apostate prophet. It would be a great shame if I can't find it, because I've played it several times, and it is when I need it most that I don't find it quickly on my laptop. At any rate, I can even download it. I can download it. So let's see if I'll be able to download it. It is called the Islamic Dilemma. That's what the song is called. The Islamic Dilemma song. Oh, I understand that a football match is going on right now. Or maybe that is why some people, maybe that's why they are not really engaging, because of the match. Okay, that could be the reason, but no problem. Okay, I found the Islamic Dilemma song. Found that Islamic Dilemma song. Will I be able to, let me mute this, for example, and then let's see. I should actually download that song. I don't know how many times I've downloaded it, but let's see if I can re-download it. At least I should play that song before I go today. I should play that song before I go today. Just one moment. It's almost done. It's almost done. Yeah. Okay. I do hope that it will download fast. Okay. Because I love that song a lot. The Islamic Dilemma song. Good. It's quickly downloaded.
Tell me now, my brother.
Let me show it on the screen.
Why do you say my book's been changed? When your own book told you to read it. Something don't add up. They say the Quran straight from above.
Yeah.
Every word from the mouth of God's love. But then it tells me the gospel is light, and to judge by what's in it, that's right.
So I open it up
and read what it says. Jesus died and he rose from the dead, but your book says no, he never died. So which one's true?
Somebody lied.
Who told you to judge by if it's broken? Why you call it light, then claim it was stolen? You can't play both sides with one story. Your claim crashes down in all its glory. Surah 5 says to follow the word. given to Christians straight from the Lord. Surah 10 says, if you're unsure, ask the people who knew it before. But our gospel says Jesus is Lord, crucified, risen, that's what's
Let me see if I
stored.
can show
And our scriptures
myself on the
older than
screen.
yours, written down long before Muhammad's tours. So tell me, friend, what do you choose? If you pick both, then both you lose. If the gospel is true, the Quran is wrong. If it's false, then why does it play along? And if God's word can never be changed, who corrupted it and who arranged? And why does your book lean on mine while calling its heart a faulty sign? Who told you to judge by it if it's broken? Why call it light, then claim it was stolen? You can't praise the map, then toss out the way. You build on the rock, then dig it away. Now some say only part is true, but your book never said which part to view. Is it Matthew or is it John? Tell me which verse to lean upon. But truth ain't served by picking and choosing. That's not faith, that's just confusing. You either believe it or say it's a lie, but you can't stand in both camps and try.
Or are you saying
It's a trap,
and the prophet
got it all mismatched,
and the message
built on contradiction,
and the claim?
lack solid conviction. Who told you to judge by it if it's broken? Why call it
So the
light,
issue
then
is,
claim it was stolen?
if the
Can't hold a
Bible
sword
is
and
corrupt
preach about peace. Can't
or has
confirm
been
the word,
corrupted,
then call it deceased.
why
It's either
does
from
the
God
Quran
or
say,
it's a fraud.
go
The house won't
and
stand
ask
if
the
the
people of
walls
the
are
book?
flawed. So tell me now, what
Why
will
does
you
the
choose?
Quran, why
Truth
does
doesn't
Muhammad
lose when
say
it's under review.
that
Our word stood
you
firm
will
through
find
fire
him
and storm, while your
written
book,
in the Torah and the
it can't
Gospel?
stay
Why
warm.
does he say that?
Truth is one, it doesn't twist. This is the paradox you can't dismiss.
If the Bible is actually corrupted, why are we going to find Muhammad reading in the Bible?
So I check my DM now, so I see one message. One of these
Okay.
Muslim bandits. I see and hear. They talk nonsense. See, they go deal with me. That guy. That
This
guy
is
because of
this
you,
is
that
somebody.
about their useless prophet. That they are stupid.
I'm not sure how many people have actually seen this
I
before.
don't
But
they follow me. They talk anyhow. Blast will go and kill of them.
let me remove this.
Down a madman Allah. Where now they shout for yeah. No
I just want to play the Islamic dilemma.
Tell me now, my brother, why do you say my book's been changed when your own book told you to read it? Something don't add up. They say the Quran straight from above, every word from the mouth of God's love. But then it tells me the gospel is light, and to judge by what's in it, that's right.
So,
I open it up and read what it says.
I want to thank those that have been in the
dead, but your book
live
says
stream for some
no.
time.
He never died, so
And
which
God
one's
bless you.
true?
I just
Somebody
noticed
lied.
that every time I come up
Who told you to judge
with this
by
topic
if
of
it's
is the Bible
broken?
corrupted, you are never going to
Why
find
call
a
it
Muslim.
light, then claim it was stolen?
You are never going to find a Muslim that will come up
You can't play
and say,
both
"Oh,
sides
this is my
with
proof,"
one story.
because there is no proof.
Your claim crashes
There is
down
none.
in all its glory. Surah 5
Because
says
the
to
Bible is
follow
not
the word
corrupted.
given to Christians straight
It's
from
not.
the Lord. Surah 10 says if you're unsure,
It is just in
ask
their
the people who
it
knew
is
it
in their
before.
fantasy.
But our gospel says Jesus is
The Bible is
Lord,
never corrupted.
crucified, risen, that's what's stored. And our scriptures
So,
older than yours, written down
let me
long
throw in
before
more music
Muhammad's tours.
for people
So
to
tell
enjoy.
me, friend, What do you choose? If you pick both, then both you lose. If the gospel is true, the Quran is wrong. If it's false, then why does it play along? And if God's word can never be changed, who corrupted it and who arranged? And why does your book lean on mine while calling its heart a faulty sign? Who told you to judge by it if it's broken? Why call it light, then claim it was stolen? You can't praise the map, then toss out the way. You build on the rock, then dig it away. Now some say only part is true, but your book never said which part to view. Is it Matthew or is it John? Tell me which verse to lean upon. But truth ain't served by picking and choosing. That's not faith, that's just confusing.
I just realized that I didn't show I didn't show the I'm not sure if it's playing. Okay, it's playing on
built on contradiction and the claim lack solid conviction.
The music is playing on YouTube, but I've not been able to show. Let me see if I can show it. Yeah, I can show it. So let me allow people on YouTube to enjoy the music that I'm playing.
Deceased, it's either from God or
sorry
it's
about
a
that.
fraud. The
That's what
house won't stand
That's
in
what
the
happens
walls
when you are
of
trying
rock.
to
So tell me
manage
now,
things
what
manually.
will
But when
you
I'm fully
choose?
set up,
Truth
when this
doesn't
channel
lose
is
when
fully
it's
set
under
up,
review. Our words stood
things will be
firm through
synchronized.
fire and storm while your book, well, it
Mels,
can't
Nana,
stay
thank you very
Truth
much.
is one, it
for,
doesn't twist. This is the paradox you can't dismiss.
For I just checked now and I saw that you put your comment there in the YouTube channel. And for that reason, I'm sending that music your way. And not just the sound this time around. You're going to enjoy the I'm talking to the person that is on YouTube. You will enjoy the music and then you also see
They say the Quran
the video. It's not really video like that, but at least something is showing on the screen. So I find this music very, very entertaining. This music, I find it very entertaining. And you know, the issue is that I do not think Muslims will understand this music. I don't think so. I don't think Muslims will ever understand the import, the significance of this music. They cannot. But let's enjoy it once more. Name crashes down in all its glory.
Surah 5 says to follow the word given to Christians straight from the Lord. Surah 10 says if you're unsure, ask the people who knew it before. But our gospel says Jesus is Lord, crucified, risen, that's what's stored. And our scriptures older than yours, written down long before Muhammad's tours. So tell me, friend, what do you choose? If you pick both, then both you lose. If the gospel is true, the Quran is wrong. If it's false, then why does it play along? And if God's word can never be changed, who corrupted it and who arranged? And why does your book lean on mine while calling its heart a faulty sign? Who told you to judge by it if it's broken? Why call it light and claim it was stolen? You can't praise the map and toss out away. You build on the rock, then dig it away. Now some some say only part is true, but your book never said which part to view. Is it Matthew or is it John? Tell me which verse to lean upon. But truth ain't served by picking and choosing. That's not faith, that's just confusing. You either believe it or say it's a lie, but you can't stand in both camps and try.
What are you saying?
It's a trap,
And the prophet,
got it all mismatched,
and the message,
built on contradiction,
and the claim.
lack solid conviction. Who told you to judge by it if it's broken? Why you call it light, then claim it was stolen? Can't hold the sword and preach about peace. Can't affirm the word, then call it deceased. It's either from God or it's a fraud. The house won't stand if the walls are flawed. So tell me now, what will you choose? Truth doesn't lose when it's under review. Our word stood firm through fire and storm, while your book, well, it can't stay warm. Truth is one, it doesn't twist. This is the paradox you can't dismiss. Tell me now, my brother, why do you say my book's been changed? When your own book told you to read it. Something don't add up. They say the Quran straight from above, every word from the mouth of God's love. But then it tells me the gospel is like.
Let me turn the volume a little bit
So I open it up and read
so that I want to do something else
rose from the dead, but
before I go tonight. I'm trying to play,
which one's true? Some
I'll play two more beautiful music. Maybe in the process of doing so, my Muslim friends will join. I hope so. I want somebody to come and tell us that what we are saying is not correct. So
Surah 5 says to follow the word given to Christians straight from the Lord. Surah 10 says if you're unsure, ask the people who knew it before. But our gospel says Jesus is Lord, crucified, risen, that's what's stored. And our scriptures older than yours, written down long before Muhammad's tours. So tell me, friend, what do you choose? If you pick both, then both you lose. If the gospel is true, the Quran is wrong. If it's false, then why does it play along? And if God's word can never be changed, who corrupted it and who arranged? And why does your book lean on mine while calling its heart a faulty sign? Who told you to judge by it?
if it's broken,
Why call it light, then claim it was stolen? You can't praise the map, then toss out the way. You build on the rock, then dig it away. Now some say only part is true, but your book never said which part to view. Is it Matthew or is it John? Tell me which verse to lean upon. But truth ain't served by picking and choosing. That's not faith, that's just confusing. You either believe it or say it's a lie, but you can't stand in both camps and try.
What are you saying?
It's a trap,
And the prophet,
got it all mismatched,
and the message,
built on contradiction,
and the claim.
lack solid conviction.
okay, so I am going to pause this now for a while. The next song that I want to play, I do hope that my Muslim friends they'll be able to come up and say something about this. We're talking about Bible being corrupt. So the next music that I want to play, really, should I even play this or just leave it and let them okay. So I want to thank everybody that has joined the live stream. This topic is something that I really, really want to discuss. I really want to discuss it. And especially in this part of the world where people don't, and I mean that with the whole of my heart, people don't engage in substance. It's like engaging is even a taboo. It's like discussing is a taboo in this part of the world. Things that have been buried, settled decades ago, you will find out that here in Nigeria, and I guess it's the same in other parts of Africa, it's the same. Things that have been buried, completely forgotten, that is what they will still be bringing here. And they'll be claiming that it's the truth. It's the truth. You can imagine somebody in 2026, someone still saying miracle of number 19 is this, is that, or that the Quran contains miracle, scientific miracles in 2026, which Muslims in other parts of the world have stopped using because they see that it's a lie. They see it's a big fat lie. Nigerians and Africans will still be using that. And if you ask them to come and discuss, they will say, who is going to talk with you? I cannot discuss with somebody like you that is ignorant, that doesn't have knowledge. You see where the problem is? It's a big problem. Big problem. So, but we're trying our best. We're trying to see if we can move things forward. If we can engage them. If we can somehow force them to come out of their shell to discuss. We're trying. Hopefully it will work one of these days. But for now, we're just still struggling. We're still struggling. So for people to be telling you that the Quran contains scientific miracles in this part of the world and in this age, it's embarrassing. It's really, really, really embarrassing. But that's what we're facing. That's what we're facing. We will do everything possible. So we're going to do everything possible we have to expose things. We have to keep on shedding light on some of these things. Okay? We'll keep on shedding light. Because people in Nigeria and in other parts of Africa, they also need to know the truth and come out of ignorance and be saved. They need to be saved. They need to be delivered from the yoke of ignorance, from the yoke of Islam. And if we don't man up, if we don't actually summon up courage to discuss this thing, no matter what it's going to cost, then for the next 30, 50 years, they will be saying the same thing. They will remain in the same darkness. When somebody like Ali Dawa, I guess Nigerians, most of Nigerian Muslims don't even know who Ali Dawa is. I ask them, do they know who Yasser Kadi is? No, they don't. Do they know who Shabir Ali is? No, they don't. Do they know who Muhammad Hijab is? No, they don't. They just don't know anything. They don't know anything other than Yusuf Adepoju. That's the person they know. Okay, they don't know anybody. They don't know Sheikh Imran from, I think, Pakistan. They don't know Sheikh Hasim Al-Hakim from Saudi Arabia. They don't know all these people. And what these people say, they don't. Nigerian Muslims don't know this. And when you call them to discuss with them, no. They will be run away. So I want to thank everybody who has made this a huge success. There's another music that I think I want to play. Okay, I want to play another music which is very funny. Let me play it.
Fire and pride. Said the land was a cancer and we had to decide. From 48 to 67 we gave it our best. Yom Kippur in 73 we failed that test. We marched with the slogans with rage in our eyes. From the river to the sea and the world full of lies. But the more we attacked them, the stronger they grew. So I opened the Quran, and guess what I knew? I'm a good Muslim, I love Allah. And Allah, He loved the Jews, wallah. I prayed for defeat, but they just won. So maybe Allah picked the Zion. Now I wave the blue and white, I sing along. I'm Yisrael Hype, that's my new song. If Allah's got a favorite side, I insist.
Allah, my friends, is a Zionist.
Is a Zionist. October the 7th, we tried it again. But we lost more than fighters, we lost all our friends. Then came the 12 days when Iran took its shot.
Allah is a Zionist.
And we waited for miracles,
wow.
But none we got. I fasted and begged Him, yeah, Allah come through. But He parted the skies and stood with the Jew. It's not hate, it's just math. I've done the addition. Maybe Zion was always a divine mission. I'm a good Muslim, I love Allah. And Allah, He loves the Jews, wallah. I used to curse them, but now I cheer. When I see them dance, I wipe a tear. If the truth offends you, I still insist. Allah, my friends,
He's a Zionist.
the dome still stands and I still pray. But peace grew wings when I changed my way.
Allah is a Zionist.
With hummus and joy, bro, who needs a few? So here I am singing in Jerusalem, son. Not throwing stones, I'm throwing love one by one.
Yeah, let's throw love one by one.
If anyone asks me why I switched side, I say I just followed where Allah did guide. I'm a good Muslim, I love Allah. And Allah, He loves the Jews, wallah. I gave up the fight, I gave up the hate. Turns out Israel's a Middle East soulmate. So here's my truth with a reggae twist. Allah, my friends,
He's a Zionist. He's a Zionist. He's a Zionist. Allah is a Zionist. Okay. Let me pause the music there. I'll continue with that music in a bit. You see, what the music is all about is that Allah is a Zionist, and that you need to give up the fight. All this struggle and contention against Christianity, against the Jews, and all of that, give it up so that you can have peace, so that you can have rest, so that you're not going to die in your sin, so that you're not going to perish and then go to hell. Give it up. I know people that have given it up, people that have literally surrendered to the Lord Jesus. All right? Do the same so that you can have peace. All this fight about, oh, the Bible is corrupted, Jesus is not this and that. You're wasting your energy. You're wasting your energy. All right? You are not winning. Whether you fight it intellectually, you cannot win. Or you fight it physically, you can't win it. Oh, I think this Clement that is on, I'm talking to Clement on YouTube right now. Oh goodness. No, the songwriter is actually not a Muslim. The songwriter is not a Muslim. I'm talking to the person that is on YouTube. The songwriter is not a Muslim. He's just trying to use, what do you call it? He's trying to use music to pass a message. And the message is that the more you try to fight the Jews and fight Christians, the more you lose. And that may be telling you one thing, that Allah is a Zionist. Since you believe that Allah ought to give you victory, but the more you fight, the more you lose, the more the Jews have the victory. So that my friend, may be passing a message to you that Allah is a Zionist. Just like every one of us. Allah is not supporting the Muslims. Allah is supporting the Christians and the Jews, and we're the ones winning. We're the ones winning, my friend. Okay, my YouTube comments are coming through right now. Yeah, you can see the YouTube. Let me set it up. So that the I want my friends on YouTube to see that their comments are actually coming through. Why is this one not showing? Why is it not showing? It ought to come up, and why is it not coming up? Let me see if I can. Let me see if it can come up. Where is it? Okay. So why is it not showing through? Oh, well, I hope I'll be able to fix this against some other time. This for those that are on TikTok, this comment is actually coming from YouTube, and you can see it because it has a YouTube logo there. If I pick a TikTok comment like this one, it's going to have a TikTok logo or icon there. So I'm trying to make sure that it's coming through also on YouTube. Why exactly is it not? Let's see. Let me refresh it here because I actually want. Anyway, my bad today if I'm not able to fix it. It's so bad. My brother on YouTube, for example, okay, well, Clement, I actually wanted to speak. I wanted to speak with Clement, and I've been looking for how to get in touch. Clement, please, if you are there, send me a message. Let me drop a message for Clement. Clement, yeah, drop a message. Use info@Areopagus apologetics.org. Areopagus Apologetics, one word. Areopagus Apologetics. Drop me a message, email, I mean. So, yeah, Clement has been a long time follower of our YouTube channel, and I missed him. I actually wanted to have a discussion with him. So let me play that music one more time.
Fire and pride. Said the land was a cancer and we had to decide. From 48 to 67 we gave it our best. Yom Kippur in 73 we failed that test. We marched with the slogans with rage in our eyes. From the river to the sea and the world full of lies. But the more we attacked them, the stronger they grew. So I opened the Quran, and guess what I knew? I'm a good Muslim, I love Allah. And Allah, He loved the Jews, wallah. I prayed for defeat, but they just won. So maybe Allah picked the Zion. Now I wave the blue and white, I sing along. I'm Yisrael Hype, that's my new song. If Allah's got a favorite side, I insist.
Hey.
All my friends
He's a Zionist.
Is a Zionist. October the 7th, we tried it again. But we lost more than fighters, we lost all our friends. Then came the 12 days when Iran took its shot. And we waited for miracles, but none we got. I fasted and begged him, yeah, Allah come through. But he parted the skies and stood with the Jew. It's not hate, it's just math. I've done the addition. Maybe Zion was always a divine mission. I'm a good Muslim.
I love this music is the funniest I've ever heard.
When I see them dance, I wipe a tear. If the truth offends you, I still insist. All of my friends is a Zionist. The dome still stands and I still pray, but peace grew wings when I changed my way. Now I barbecue on Yom Ha'atzmaut with hummus and joy, bro, who needs a few? So here I am singing in Jerusalem, son. Not throwing stones, I'm throwing love one by one. And if anyone asks me why I switched side, I say I just followed where Allah did guide. I'm a good Muslim, I love Allah, and Allah, He loves the Jews, wallah. I gave up the fight, I gave up the hate. Turns out Israel's a Middle East soulmate. So here's my truth with a reggae twist. Allah, my friends,
He's a Zionist.
Is a Zionist. Is a Zionist. Is a Zionist. Is a Zionist. I was raised on the stories full of fire and pride. Said the land was a cancer and we had to decide. From 48 to 67 we gave it our best.
Wow.
Yom Kippur in 73 we failed that test. We marched with the slogans with rage in our eyes. From the river to the sea and the world full of lies. But the more we attacked them, the stronger they grew. So I opened the Quran and guess what I knew? I'm a good Muslim, I love Allah, and Allah, He loved the Jews, wallah. I prayed for defeat, but they just won. So maybe Allah picked the Zion. Now I wave the blue and white, I sing along. I'm Yisrael Hype, that's my new song. If Allah's got a favorite side, I insist.
Allah, my friend, is a Zionist.
Is a Zionist. October the 7th, we tried it again. But we lost more than fighters, we lost all our friends. Then came the 12 days when Iran took its shot. And we waited for miracles, but none we got. I fasted and begged Him, Ya Allah, come through. But He parted the skies and stood with the Jew. It's not hate, it's just math. I've done the addition. Maybe Zion was always a divine mission. I'm a good Muslim, I love Allah, and Allah, He loves the Jews, wallah. I used to curse them, but now I cheer. When I see them dance, I wipe a tear. If the truth offends you, I still insist. Allah, my friends,
He's a Zionist.
the dome still stands and I still pray. But peace grew wings when I changed my way. Now I barbecue on Yom Ha'atzmaut with hummus and joy, bro, who needs a few? So here I am singing in Jerusalem, son. Not throwing stones, I'm throwing love one by one. And if anyone asks me why I switched side, I say I just followed where Allah did guide. I'm a good Muslim, I love Allah, and Allah, He loves the Jews, wallah. I gave up the fight, I gave up the hate. Turns out Israel's a Middle East soulmate. So here's my truth with a reggae twist. Allah, my friends, is a Zionist. Is a Zionist. Is a Zionist. Is a Zionist. Is a Zionist.
So let me pause it for now and see how many minutes I... Are they through with the ball to Yongba? Oh, they through, okay. Okay, maybe that's why we are not having enough people on that's why we're not having enough people on the... At any rate, no problem. So I want to thank you, everyone who has been here tonight. This is the first time in months that I have returned to my normal live stream. This is my normal live stream where I'm able to show things, play whatever I want to play, show hadiths and show Quran and show Bible verses on the screen. This is my normal live stream. But this system got faulty some weeks ago, and I just fixed it. For all the time that I wasn't using it, apology for all of that. I needed to still do a few live streams on my mobile device, but now we're back to normal live stream. And so this is how the live stream will be looking like on a normal day, where I can switch between things. I can take myself off the screen, put something on the screen, show my full self on the screen. You know, this is how my live stream is going to be looking like going forward. So, but I want to thank all the people who have been part of this live stream. I want to thank, let me check once again, the people that I can see in the lives on YouTube. I want to thank Clement. I want to thank Mel's Nana. That Mel's Nana must be from Ghana. That name is either Ghana or India. Nana. People from Ghana bear that name, but maybe I'm wrong. So I want to thank those people from YouTube. Then on TikTok, let me thank the people that are in TikTok. I can see David Sampson. I can see Neil Steven. I can see our dear brother Edago. We do call ourselves Daddy. Amongst the apologists, I've learned that that's what we call us. So we say Daddy Edago. So if you're still there, thanks for being part of the show. Gabriela, who else? Pelemo Gabriel. Who else is there? I can see some other people. Romeo has left, but it was once here. Olua Nicholas, Yemi, Man of Purpose, MTF, Nathaniel, Catholic Prayer Room, Kezub, Official Fame 08, Annie Ego, Dollar, Akinlolu, Benjamin, all the good people that have been here. I want to thank you very, very well. I do hope that tomorrow evening and or Sunday evening, I will be back. So tomorrow is Thursday. No, not likely. Maybe Friday. I should be back on Friday. Yeah. So Friday evening, I should be back. So take a break tomorrow. Then Friday, I should be back. So thank you a lot for joining the live stream today. Even though we haven't got any Muslim who has come into the show to prove the corruption of the Bible. So I think by Friday evening in my own time, afternoon stroke evening, so that is West African time, I will probably raise this topic again because it's a topic that I want to discuss with Muslims. And that leads us into the Islamic dilemma. But they are running away from it. The Nigerian Muslims, African Muslims are running away from this particular topic. So, hope to catch you on Friday. Tomorrow, Bishop Adekunle will be having live stream. So, I think for that reason, I'm not going to have a live stream. I'm so glad that this computer is back, my PC is back, and it's well and kicking, it's doing fine. I want to thank God for that. So before I take my leave today, we will go back to this music. That will be, in fact, two of them. I'll play the two music once again. I might dance because I love dancing to this music. Enjoy yourselves.
I was raised on the stories full of fire and pride. Said the land was a cancer and we had to decide. From 48 to 67 we gave it our best. Yom Kippur in 73 we failed that test. We marched with the slogans with rage in our eyes. From the river to the sea and the world full of lies. But the more we attacked them, the stronger they grew. So I opened the Quran, and guess what I knew? I'm a good Muslim, I love Allah, and Allah, He loved the Jews, wallah. I prayed for defeat, but they just won. So maybe Allah picked the Zion. Now I wave the blue and white, I sing along. I'm Yisrael Hype, that's my new song. If Allah's got a favorite side, I insist.
Allah, my friends, is a Zionist.
Is a Zionist. October the 7th, we tried it again. But we lost more than fighters, we lost all our friends. Then came the 12 days when Iran took its shot. And we waited for miracles, but none we got. I fasted and begged him, yeah, Allah come through. But he parted the skies and stood with the Jew. It's not hate, it's just math. I've done the addition. Maybe Zion was always a divine mission. I'm a good Muslim, I love Allah, and Allah, He loves the Jews, wallah. I used to curse them, but now I cheer. When I see them dance, I wipe a tear. If the truth offends you, I still insist. Allah, my friends,
Is a Zionist.
the dome still stands and I still pray. But peace grew wings when I changed my way. Now I barbecue on Yom Ha'atzmaut with hummus and joy, bro, who needs a few? So here I am singing in Jerusalem song. Not throwing stones, I'm throwing love one by one. And if anyone asks me why I switched side, I say I just followed where Allah did guide. I'm a good Muslim, I love Allah, and Allah, He loves the Jews, wallah. I gave up the fight, I gave up hate. Turns out Israel's a Middle East soulmate. So here's my truth with a reggae twist. All of my friends
He's a Zionist.
is a Zionist.
He's a Zionist.
Is a Zionist. Is a Zionist.
So thank you everybody for joining this live stream. I'll be closing. God bless everyone. Catch you on Friday. Hopefully by Friday I will be back on Areopagos Apologetics. I do want to say before I go